Alright, well, we're gonna the obligatory waiting for 10 seconds so that YouTube won't utterly screw me over, and Shazam, that's 10 seconds. Hey boys, I ain't fucking happy about this shit. And I'm gonna probably, like, lose my fucking mind while I'm recording this. But before we get to the fucking absolutely pants-shittingly fucking stupid shit, let's go ahead and talk about this first one here. So this is a Conqueror, Lilias, a Senya, and a Choux. Very, very basic kind of team. There is one particular team that you can utilize for this that makes it very, very simple. It's mainly just Shadow Knight, Pyllis, and Roana. Those two being together pretty much does make this free. Like, just because the Choux is going to go into your Shadow Knight Pyllis, the Choux is not going to do anywhere near as much damage. Anytime counterattacks happen, Vigilant Eye is going to proc, that gives you HP back. And then also, if the Choux was to go absolutely fucking hamhocks wild and apeshit into your Shadow Knight Pyllis, you should be fine because the reduced damage from Shadow Knight Pyllis' own kit should be enough to really keep you alive. Now, if you don't have Rocket Punch, which, hey, let's face it, a good portion of the community does not have Rocket Punch because collab artifacts are incredibly fucking stupid. So, let's just say you don't have Rocket Punch. Well, if you have Lionheart Cermia, that's another great option that you can throw into this equation as well. And the only thing that can really go wrong at this point is if your Lionheart Cermia ends up taking too much damage early on and then starts to become the focal point of, oh fuck, she's going to probably take too much damage both from the Senya when it comes to Spear of the New Dawn and from Choux in terms of S1, S2 shenanigans and the fact that she has Death Piercing on a lot of her stuff. Now, that's really it in terms of like actual risk that's going to be going into you. And really it's just a matter of deal with the threats that you really that you see as a threat accordingly, and then you should be 100% in the clear. The only reason why I decided to go for Senya first was straight up because Lionheart was taking one hell of a fucking beating, and the crit resist was really, really going in and blocking any and all counter, like any and all fucking crits that were really going to be happening. Like, it was happening a lot. And this match was going on a lot longer than it really should have gone. But, of course, if you don't want to use Lionheart Cermia, if you really, really want this shit to feel safe, just throw on Silvertide Christy, throw Shadow Knight Pyllis into the back, Shazams. You can go ahead and throw that bitch on auto, and then Shadow Knight Pyllis on Rocket Punch will utterly destroy the entire fucking team. But if you want to go a little bit faster and the luck is on your side and you happen to land your critical hits, then you go on ahead and you pretty much throw this team into the Shadow Realm. Now, this took just a hair bit longer than I was expecting it to, and it also really kind of worked out. And once again, if Lionheart Cermia goes down, it's not the end of the world, because Lionheart Cermia is actually pretty rarely used nowadays anyway, so it's not really deemed like a really, really massive loss if you were to lose the character. But either way, we're finally wrapping up and we're getting close to the end of this. And it's time, boys. It's time to talk about the fucking thing. So, new character came out.
Be nervous. The odyssey of your life was meant to bring you here.
And it's fucking broken as shit. So, this is Sea Phantom Politis. Why is this unit so fucking crazy? The reason why she's fucking nuts is really just for one goddamn reason. One, she gives enrage to the whole team. And specific units in this game have very specific things attributed to them whenever they have enrage. Now, for this particular situation, we're not really showcasing those things at the moment. The reason why we go in with Jenua and we just do the S3, I don't want to proc counterattacks right now. I don't really want to be hit by any shenanigans, so we just go for the S3, we kill the Abyssal Yufine. Then, of course, she comes back. Oh, hey, looky there. We had Miss Confile on Sea Phantom Politis, who also gives herself fucking stealth, by the way, so you don't even need fucking guiding light. Bam! Now she had Death Break. Now she's fucking dead. And we have Moon Bunny Dominiel here with us, pretty much just as a means of counter for the Death Dealer Ray, because he gives himself an extra turn after his S3, and we just so happen to cleanse everything off of us. Also, Sea Phantom Politis has a I just straight up don't give a fuck button, and makes resource reduction a part of her fucking kit. So, anything that has focus or fighting spirit, that shit ain't really gonna work. So, if you blinked and missed it, we essentially just won because lol, fucking the power of offense is going to get fucking insane real fucking soon. But hey, let's move on to the next fight here. This is a Lone Crescent Bellona and Elena and a Silvertide Christy going into the dreaded Senya Ran Lilias. Now, I know a lot of people have had problems with this team in the past, and I mean, I've showcased it a fair number of times, and once again, I don't have a RNL Ran where it's like a 2311, 2311 really going into me. Yeah, RNL procs once. And honestly, the worst thing that can really happen is the Elena can then take too much damage, and your chances of losing Elena are actually kind of high. Now, the chances of that happening are 10 to fucking 20%, and it has to happen twice. Now, it happened once. Oh noes, are we in trouble? Not really. Mainly because the Elena goes in, does her shit, then you have invincibility. Now you have invincibility, and then eventually your Lone Crescent Bellona is going to take a turn, use that turn, go in with S3, kill the Ran. Now that the Ran's dead, all you have left are these other two units here. Now here's where the interesting part is, if you're not really paying attention. And that's the fact that we still have invincibility that is up on a few characters. So the damage is starting to be split just a bit. This is also why on Elena, I decided to go into Senya. Because hey, you're going to counterattack into me? Who gives a shit? I have invincibility. Fuck you. And Shazam, that's just giving me even more fucking meter. Case in point again. Well, we didn't have invincibility right there on Lone Crescent, but I have fucking plenty of HP. Fuck it, I'll take a hit from the Senya. And then bam, she's already fucking dead. Now all you have left is Lilias. Lilias by herself into a team of 3 is not going to be a fucking issue at all, and then she's fucking dead. So, boys, we're basically gonna do it again. So, Moon Bunny Dominiel, why are you here? Because Conqueror Lilias is a fucking bitch. But boy, howdy, is it going to be fucking really, really weird to start talking about this kind of shit, because Sea Phantom Politis is probably going to be way fucking worse than her. Because right here, we happen to get our immunity, we get our skill null, hey, whatever. Now, we had our chance to go on Sea Phantom Politis. Hey, Sea Phantom Politis goes, gives me Enrage. Now I have attack buff, and I have Enrage. I can S1 into literally any unit on the field if they don't have crit resist, and I will fucking kill them. No fucking shot. Now, the Conqueror Lilias is dead. So now what do you got left? You got Sharun, and then you got Navy Captain Landy. So, to a lot of you who are probably watching this, you could say right here, oh, well, you're getting really lucky because the counterattacks aren't happening from the Navy Captain Landy, the salvos aren't happening, and all that other jazz. Well, here's the fucking thing. We still have a degree of fucking insurance on us because Jenua still has access to his Wild Dog Company and his fucking immortality passive. You have so many layers of fucking safety on this team. It actually is kind of concerning, even though we're not showcasing the most negative amount of luck. Case in point again, let's go into yet another Navy Captain Landy. Once again, we get a little bit lucky because I don't think a lot of counters and I don't think a lot of salvos proc, but still, we have a skill null here with us because we're going into a Conqueror Lilias. Hey, fuck this bitch. Now we can just straight up do what we want to do with Politis. So, the big thing that you're probably immediately noticing is, oh wow, Sea Phantom Politis, is this unit good? Yo, this unit is fucking broken. And the main reason as to why is because non-attack skills that are utilized in an offensive manner, a la Conqueror Lilias, a la AOL, a la Sea Phantom Politis, are fucking overpowered. There is not enough means of counteracting this type of gameplay in this fucking game. Name them. Fucking name them. There's literally 3 as of right now. 2 of which are Prime and Premier, which being Red Politis and Celine. And then another one being Teu. And that's really not very good. In fact, there's probably more answers to it, but I straight up don't have the time or the energy to really look through it right now, because guess what, guys? We have 294 fucking something goddamn characters that are in this fucking game, soon to have 3 more, so that's going to be 297, and the answers to this fucking unit are way too small, and it is very fucking concerning. But either way, you're probably wondering why I'm not really talking about this one. Well, the biggest reason as to why is, yeah, 2311 Ran actually does happen right here, but we have a little bit of F-res on our Shuna here. Our Shuna is straight up not going to get fucking killed by a Ran unless the Ran was actually rocking some form of effectiveness so that he can land defense break. And basically, due to that, hey, we survived opening turn 2311 from Ran. The Apocalypse Ravi is only going to go into our Doris. We have F-Res on Doris. We have F-Res on Shuna. Congratulations. We have essentially survived the first turn of complete fucking bullshit. We have 2 forms of cleanses. We have a cleanse on Shuna, and we have a cleanse on Magic Scholar Doris. Because of this, we are able to pretty much protect our Lone Crescent Bellona, and then we're able to take our turn, delete the Ran. Now that the Ran's gone, okay, so now all you have left is Apocalypse Ravi and Senya. Okay, well, Lone Crescent Bellona is already a natural enemy of Senya because LOL, lol, what is crit rate? I just fucking do that shit. And then there's Apocalypse Ravi, always going to go into Magic Scholar Doris. So what I have is my Lone Crescent Bellona, as mid as she may be, because my stats are not fucking great, she does have an injury set. And due to having an injury set, any and all HP scaling bruisers are fucking going to be fodder, and she's going to eat them right up. So anyway, and just also straight up because Lone Crescent Bellona has some decent as fuck damage, we're not like in a hurry here in terms of like what we're fighting. Like you could do better on like say a crit damage set or something along those lines, but just because of how Waxing Crescent works and you just straight up get stronger and stronger as the fight goes on, injury just felt like it was a more, I guess, appropriate kind of playstyle that I can utilize, because then this way I can still fight the Ran teams that I usually fight Lone Crescent with, along with also having just a very, very definitive answer into Apocalypse Ravi. Now, like, hey, what could I have done? I could have possibly brought, like, you know, Little Queen Charlotte into this, and then I would have just been dealing with, like, you know, RNG on going into the Senya because of, like, LOL crit resist, but, like, hey, whatever. This was the decision I decided to go with, and it worked oh so wonderfully. So, yeah, Sea Phantom Politis. This bitch is fucking broken, and I really, really, really do not like this character. In terms of, like, the design of the character, yeah, it's a fucking great design. The S3 looks good. The color scheme looks good. The voice acting is good. Hey, presentation all around. SG, art department, you always fucking knock it out of the park. It's your goddamn balance team that, like, really likes to give me a fucking aneurysm. So it's like, well, but Lucent, why are you, like, losing your fucking shit over it? You won all your matches, and it's like everything's gonna be fucking great, right? The issue is going to be into the future. Like, way, way back, like several years ago. You remember whenever Conqueror Lilias came out and we had no fucking answers to her, and then she basically spread like a fucking plague all over the game, and then she was in every goddamn team? Every fucking team, period. And then you straight up fought her for 2 fucking years. And very recently, we actually finally got answers to Conqueror Lilias, that being Moon Bunny. This is what I'm expecting is going to happen again. So basically, for like the next 3 months, we're going to have no fucking answer to Sea Phantom Politis. Just absolutely no fucking answer. And then we may not see an answer to this fucking bitch for maybe 2 years. I hope to fucking Christ that does not happen. But you know what? It's SG. Fuck it. It's probably going to happen anyway. Maybe I'm overreacting, but guys, this shit feels scary and this shit feels depressing. But hey guys, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of my content, hit subscribe.